In this video, let me show you how to remove the silent portion of an audio using Python. This is especially useful for those who are editing video for YouTube or who are editing for podcast. In the case of podcast, it will take even an hour to remove the silent portions, right? So by you watching this, you can easily remove all the silent portion of an audio using Python. Here you can see this is my editing for your video. You can see here you can see we have lots of silent portion here. You can see here we have a silent portion, and you can see little of silent portion. We can't able to remove all this manually. It will take maybe 10 to 15 minutes. We can easily save the 10 to 15 minutes. You consider I can manually cut here and remove the silent portion manually like this. It will take even 10 minutes or 20 minutes, right? Since this is just a 8-minute video, right? Imagine it will take me 10 minutes. What if the audio length is 1 hour? Then this Python script will be especially useful. So let's get started now. So don't worry, we're not going to use the DaVinci editor here to remove the silent portion. It is also possible, but we're going to see the programmatic way. So let's get started. So before that, make sure you have your audio file. You can say here we have your audio file now. So let me drag and drop into this Visual Studio editor here. So let me drag and drop it into our project file now. So now I have pasted the audio file into our project folder, right? You can say this is the audio. So let me stop it. So let's close that. Now, before we continue ahead, let me install the dependencies for this project. So open up your command prompt now and type dpip install PyDub. So we're going to use the PyDub library to perform operations with the audio file. So just install this. So we need this library so that we can remove the silent portions. Consider requirement already satisfied. We also need another package called the FFmpeg, which is a external software. We'll have to install it manually. Just type FFmpeg download. So I just click on download FFmpeg here. So here consider download source code. So depending on your operating system's download it. So I'm going to choose Windows. So here select Windows build by the second link here. Click on second link, and here you can select any version here, but choose the one appropriately. So I'm going to choose a FFmpeg master latest one. So let me download this one. So I'm going to download this one here. You consider it starts downloading. I have already downloaded this one, so I'm gonna cancel this. So consider in my project folder. So let me go to my D drive now. Consider inside the D drive I have this FFmpeg here. After you have downloaded and extracted, it will be look like this. So what you have to do is you have to go inside the bin folder. Just go inside the bin folder. You consider we have the FFmpeg software there. So along with the software, we have other two as well. But don't worry, we are interested only in the FFmpeg. Then what you have to do is just copy this path here. So right click and copy address as text, and in the search bar just type edit. Consider edit environment variables, or you can type edit system variables. Open this here. Click on environment variables. Under the path, select the path and click on edit or double click. You have to click on add new and paste the path here. I have already done this, so I don't want to repeat it. So once you have done everything, just click on OK. So once you have added the FFmpeg path to the environment variables, if you open up the command prompt and type the command FFmpeg, if you get any output similar to this, that means the FFmpeg has been successfully configured. So let's close that now. Now let's start coding now. So you consider the library has been installed, right? Let's import the library that we have installed now. From PyDub, we're going to import the audio segment, which is used to load the audio file. And from the PyDub.silence, we're going to import a function called detect silence, which is used to detect the silent portion of an audio. Now we have imported the two libraries, right? Then we can use the audio now. So audio equal to audio segment dot load. So we're going to directly load the audio file now. So we're going to load from file. Here pass the location of the file. Consider this is my file location. Now we have selected a file path, right? This will give us the audio object. Now we have the audio, right? Then what we can do is we can select the silence portion. So silence paths equal to, you're going to use this function called it detect silence. So you consider we have imported this function, right? So we're going to use the function. So inside these functions, we need to pass series of parameters. The first one is the audio path. So just pass the audio path now. Here pass the audio as an object. Then minimum silence. So if the silence is more than 2 seconds, then only I want to remove it. So minimum silence length. So this is optional. So if you are editing this video for the podcast, you can remove all the silence. But if you are editing for the video, YouTube video, it can be set to maybe 2 seconds or 3 seconds. It depends on you. You have to give try and error to find out the appropriate seconds. So remove silence if it is longer than 2 seconds. In this video, I'm gonna remove all the silence that is longer than 2 seconds. So pause 2000 here, that is the 2 seconds. Then silence threshold. So if it is less than 40 decibels, you know decibels, right? If it is less than minus 40 decibel, then what it will do is it will remove all the silence portion. Actually, minus 40 decibel is considered as a silence. That's why we have passing the minus 40 decimal here. So this will give us all the silent portion, right? Once we have all the silence portions, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a empty audio container now. Output equal to audio segment dot empty. Then what I'm going to do is, so previous, I'm going to create a variable called the previous n to find all the silence portions only. Initially, I'm going to set this to 0 now. So I'm going to use a for loop now because this silent pause variable will contain two values, start and end of a silent portion. So this will easily, we can loop through it now. So for start, end in a silent pause, I'm going to append the audio to the output now. So we're going to basically what we are doing here is that we're going to skip all the silent portion and remaining audio we're going to append it to the output. So this is what I'm going to do now. So previous end up to the start. So this will give us the end portion of one silence, and once we have the end portion, we're going to append it to the output. So let's also update the previous end. So this will be end. And finally, once we have done the for loop, then after the for loop, if you have any audio file is that is non-silence audio, then we're going to also append it to the output. So output plus equal to, so we're going to use the audio of, so we're going to select from previous end up to the last. Now we have the output, right? We can easily save this output file. So output dot export, we're going to export this output as a mp3 format. So audio without silence, this is our file name. Just give your name for your file, it can be anything. So audio without silence mp3. So this is our file name now, and make sure you pass the second argument called the format. So format equal to, this will be mp3 because it is an mp3 audio, right? So then we can simply print a message like silence portion has been removed. So yeah, so let's try to run this Python script now. Let me clear the screen. So I'm gonna run the Python script now. So it will take some time because since it is a small portion, right? Maybe it will take 1 minute. Consider now it has successfully done it. Silence has been completely removed from the audio. So here you can see, here we have the audio file. Consider this the audio file now, output. So let's also import this into the DaVinci now, so that you can see the audio in the waveform. So let me open up the DaVinci now. So let me open up this sample project here. So instead of this old audio, I'm going to import the new audio now. So let me delete that one. So let me delete this audio file here, and I'm going to click on media pool. I'm going to import the media. So let's import the latest audio now. Let's go to the desktop and let's import this output.mp3, and let's also drag and drop into our timeline here. Actually, we have the previous file, right? Let me delete this previous audio file here. Let me delete this, and I'm gonna place it over here. Here you can see the difference, right? Now all the silence portion has been completely removed. That is greater than 2 seconds. So this is less than 2 seconds. That's why it is not removed. But you can customize this. If you want to remove all the silence portions more than 1 second, you can also customize this. It is up to you to specify the minimum silence length. Here you can see this is not more than 2 seconds. That's why it is not has been removed. So yeah, you consider actually it is pretty good. So yeah, this is for this video, and I will continue in the next one. And one more, finally, again I am repeating, if you want to change the minimum silence length to 1000, that is 1 second, you can also do that. It totally depends on you. If you are editing for the YouTube video or if you are editing for the podcast, so just give your try and error to find out the best minimum silence length. So this is for this video, and I will continue in the next one.